deeply sad. On February 24, 2010, a routine performance at SeaWorld Orlando turned into a national tragedy when Tilikum, a 12,000-pound male orca, fatally attacked senior trainer Dawn Brancheau. The incident occurred during a Dine with Shamu show, moments after the performance ended. Witnesses saw Brancheau interacting with Tilikum in the pool's shallow water when the whales suddenly grabbed her by her ponytail and pulled her underwater. Despite frantic efforts by staff and emergency responders, she drowned and suffered severe blunt force trauma. She was 40 years old. Tilikum was not a stranger to violence. Captured off Iceland in 1983, he spent years in a small tank at Sealand of the Pacific in Canada, where in 1991 he and two other orcas drowned a trainer, Kelty Byrne, who fell into their pool. After that, SeaWorld purchased him in 1992, citing his value for breeding. He sired over 20 calves, but his aggression persisted. Staff reported numerous close calls, and trainers were instructed never to enter the water with him. Yet, on that February day, a moment of routine contact led to catastrophe. The attack shocked the public and ignited fierce debate about keeping orcas in captivity. Critics argued that confinement, social isolation, and stress drive intelligent, wide-ranging animals like orcas to psychological breakdowns. In the wild, orcas travel up to 100 miles a day in tight-knit pods. At SeaWorld, they lived in chemically treated tanks a fraction of that size, often separated from family and forced into repetitive performances. Tilikum spent most of his life in near isolation, which experts believe contributed to his instability. SeaWorld initially claimed Brancheau's ponytail caused the attack, a statement widely condemned as victim-blaming. Federal investigators from OSHA later ruled that SeaWorld had willfully exposed trainers to known hazards. In 2012, a federal judge banned trainers from entering the water with orcas during performances, calling the practice unreasonably dangerous. SeaWorld appealed but ultimately complied, shifting to orca encounters behind barriers. The tragedy reached global audiences through the 2013 documentary Blackfish, which detailed Tilikum's life and SeaWorld's practices. The film sparked public outrage, led to plummeting attendance, and pressured celebrities and schools to cut ties with the park. In 2016, SeaWorld announced it would end its orca breeding program and phase out theatrical orca shows, transitioning to more naturalistic educational presentations. Dawn Brancheau's death became a catalyst for change in marine mammal captivity. While SeaWorld maintained that its mission was conservation and education, the incident exposed the ethical and safety risks of using apex predators for entertainment. Tilikum, who died in 2017, spent his final years largely alone, a symbol of the cost of captivity. Today, laws like the Orca Responsibility and Care Advancement Act, Orca, have been proposed to ban orca captivity in the U.S. Though SeaWorld still houses orcas, no new ones are being bred, and public opinion has shifted dramatically. What happened that day in Orlando was more than an accident. It was a wake-up call about the limits of human control over nature. Brancheau, described by colleagues as passionate, skilled, and deeply respectful of marine life, never intended to become a symbol. Yet her legacy lives on in stronger safety standards, evolving animal welfare laws, and a global rethinking of how we interact with intelligent wildlife. Her story reminds us that admiration for animals must be balanced with humility, science, and compassion, not spectacle.